All right, good evening, good evening. I'm going to teach you all on how to save money and how to grow it. Not only save, but watch it grow. Now, first of all, in order for this to work, you must have a steady income. Also, number two, you must involve God in your finances. Without God in your finances, you're going to start trying to trust yourself. You're going to start putting your faith in your money. You're going to be glorifying what you got in your bank. You're going to be motivated, highly motivated to overspend, and it's just going to go bad. So, with God helping you, God is with God in your life, He's going to help you spiritually, and He's going to grow your maturity, and you're going to learn how to spend and save wisely. And you're going to also learn how to be content with your money. You're going to be content with what you have already while you're saving it. You're not going to be self-motivated to dip in your account and buy things that you don't even really need and all that stuff. So I'm here to teach that. Now, for those who feel that they don't need this teaching, then I don't want to be wasting your time. But for those who never even learn how to save money, for those who want to learn how to save money, this is for you. Now, I'm not here I'm not here like most people who have social media platforms that teaches people how to become their own bank. I'm not doing that. I had a video a while back that had something about how to become your own bank. But even with that, I was not teaching what they are teaching. What they are teaching, they're teaching people how to become loan sharks, meaning they're loaning people money and getting more back by interest from people. That's what they're out there teaching. They're teaching people how to rob others. And that's what the banks are doing. That's what the banks are doing. Huh? That's why you don't borrow from the bank. I don't care what it is. Don't borrow from the bank. Credit cards, same thing. Stop using credit cards. What I'm about to teach you, you can develop your own credit within yourself. Huh? Come on, y'all. Let's go. We don't do credit cards no more. I had to file bankruptcy years ago because I had credit cards and I've done loans from the bank and all that. See, you live and learn. File bankruptcy. Had to do what I had to do. Start over. And I had to learn how to do my own finances. That's it. I'm my own accountant. So, first of all, you have to have a steady income and you have to have God in your life. So let's go. First of all, your checking account. You have a checking account. Now, if you are a person who don't have a checking account, I'm not going to turn this video into another part on how you can save without having a checking account. I don't, because you got people out there that can't get one because of their credit and they owe banks and stuff like that. That's another story. So I want to stay on the subject with those who are clean, those who matter file bankruptcy. Now they can get back in the line with having a checking account. So I'm just going to keep the video where it need to be for right now. Sorry for those who can't get a checking account. Sorry. So, first of all, your checking account, you're going to name your checking account something that can keep you focused on what that checking account is and what it's for. So, I'm going to teach you by an example. You don't have to name your checkings and your savings or whatever that I'm going to teach you. You don't have to name these things what I'm going to tell you the names of. These are just examples on how you can identify by saving. Okay, now, let's just say your checking account. You have a checking account where your paychecks is going. When you get paid or wherever your income is coming, it's going straight to the checking account. So we're gonna name our checking account because you can go into your mobile app and you can change your checkings and savings. You can give that a name for something. That's why you could do it. You can name it something so you can identify what that is and what it's for. So we're gonna name our checking account Payday. When payday come, You're going to have your check in payday. Now, let's just say you have, this is by example, people, your check is $500. You have a check that you may get every week or every 2 weeks, $500 in payday. Now, let's just say, for instance, you have something that you are looking forward to doing, but it's going to take a financial, hit to get that blessing or to reach that goal. Let's just say, for instance, moving. You need to move, or you want to move, and you need a certain amount of money in order to be able to do what you need to do. Pay your first and your second month's rent, the application fees, and all this other stuff that's included with the moving process. People, we all know how much they may end up becoming before you even get your keys. You see what I'm saying? That may be a few $1,000s. So let's just say, for instance, that you're going to need, let's just say $1,000. You're going to need $1,000 to start moving, to even pay for the first month's rent, the second month's rent, and the application fee. Let's just say all that costs $1,000. So what you're going to do is name your savings account moving. You're going to name your savings account moving. Meaning that every time you get your check in payday, you're going to take whatever you can afford to start saving to reach that $1,000 goal. You're going to count. You're going to sit back one day and you're going to add up what you're going to need, which is 1,000. But you're going to have that time frame. You need $1,000 in 6 months. Then add it up on how you're going to take that. Add up $1,000 from your payday. So if you need $1,000 for moving, then you're going to take, like, maybe, let's just say, out of 5, if you get paid every week, $500, then that's an easy thou right there. You're going to be taking, like, maybe, let's just say $100 out of that check every week. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's $400 already out of that check for that whole month. You got $400 a month going into that savings/moving account. Okay? So you're going to get it. You're going to get that easy in 3 months. Huh? So I'm just giving this by example because it depends on how much you're getting. If you're getting $500 every 2 weeks, then you may not be able to get it that soon. If you're getting $500 every 2 weeks, but you still need that $1,000 for moving, then let's just say, take $100 every 2 weeks out. So that's $200 a month. Remember, it depends on the timing of you needing that money as well. If you need $1,000 in 6 months, then you know that you may need to take out a little more every 2 weeks. You may need to take out $200 out of your savings every 2 weeks if that's what you're doing. If you're trying to move in 6 months and you're going to need that $1,000, then you got to do what you got to do. But if you can prolong it, and be mindful within yourself so you won't pressure yourself to doing these things. Give it some time. But if you have to move, that's different. If you have to move, then hey, you got to do what you got to do. But if you're just planning to grow in life and you just want to move, and give yourself that timing so you could do this with ease. So if you need to move and you get paid every 2 weeks, then save $100. Save $100 out of that. I don't want to put no pressure on nobody. Everything is by example with this teaching. So that's $200 that you have in your savings account a month. So that's $200, and then add it up every 2, 4, 6, 8, 1,000. So within 5 months, you will have that for your moving. So you have to move within 6 months, or you choose to move in 6 months. You will have that $1,000 in 5 months. So you're putting that away in your savings, right? Okay. Now, Here's another thing. You got that taken care of. You got your money that you're saving in particular for that goal. That saving slash moving. So you got that out the way. Plus you still got some change left. Okay, now, if you have to pay rent, if you have to pay rent and you get paid $500 every week and your rent is like, let's just say $800, you can pay that. You're getting paid $2,000 a month, people. 5, 10, 15, 2,000. You're getting paid 2,000 a month. So by example, if you're saving $100 away, if you put in $100 away, which is $400, then you definitely have enough to pay your rent. That's $800. Okay, cool. You could pay $800 from your rent in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Still have some change left over. Now, people, what else you're going to do? Okay, you got that out the way. Your rent that you have to pay once a month, you're going to keep that in your checkings account. You're going to keep that in payday. If you have to pay rent, you're going to keep whatever you need when that first of the month hit. You're going to keep that in your checkings account. Huh? If you know rent is due by the first and you get paid within that third week that's coming up, then you need to put $500 away. And then that fourth week come around by the first or a little before the first, then get that $300 ready, and then boom, that's that $500 that was in that third week of you getting paid with your $500. Take that $300, keep it in there. That's payday. Keep it in that payday. And then when that fourth week come around, you know you got to pay that rent. Keep that $300 in there and just go get your money order, either pay it online or whatever. You got that out the way. That next month, you're starting all over again with your savings for your moving. Now, here's how you're also growing your money without feeling like you're broke and you're not going nowhere. Your money is just disappearing because you got to pay rent and you got to put money away to move. Now, what you're going to do is get another account on your mobile app. You can get as multiple accounts. If y'all didn't know that, you can get multiple accounts through your bank, through the mobile app. You can do it yourself. Now, you're going to get a third account. The third account is going to be labeled as emergency or resource. Your emergency account is the third account you're going to get. You got your payday, which is your checking account, and you have your savings, which is slash moving, meaning your goal account. Something that you're reaching the goal to do in life. I don't care if it's a trip. If you're going on a boat or cruise, the Tom Joyner cruise, you're saving in particular for that. That's what that savings account for, to reach a goal. Now, the third account is an emergency account. The emergency account, let's just say for instance, you're going to put away $50. This is by example. You put away whatever you can afford to, but put at least $50 away into your emergency account. Every week you get paid. Now, if you get paid every 2 weeks, put $30 or $40 away every 2 weeks, people. Put something away into your emergency account every payday. Like I said, if it's every 2 weeks you get paid, don't hurt yourself. But put something away and put at least $30 or $40 every 2 weeks. That's what? $60 to $80 a month that you're putting away on purpose in your emergency account. If you get paid every week, no excuse. Put at least $50 away. How much is that? That's $200 that you're putting away in your emergency funds. See where we're going, people? You got your rent taken care of. You got your goals that you're setting in life, and then you got $200 that's in your account. $500 every week. So you got 8, 9, 10, 11, 1,200. And then you have what? 13, 1,400. You have $1,400 alone that you take care of a month. Is what I'm saying is after rent. After rent, You have your goal that you're setting in your savings. What did I say? What? Put $100 away. That's $400 a month that you're putting for your goal. This is by example. You put away whatever you can, but if you know you got to move or you're trying to move, then you will want to put away what you need that's going to add up within the time of you moving. So this is something that you want to do, something you need to do. You're trying to go on a trip, time to join a cruise. If you know you need $1,200 or $1,500, then you know you need it by October when that Tom join a boat thing hit. Then you got to do what you got to do to get that $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 by October, right? So yeah, do what you got to do. So like I said, this is all by example. So you have $400 a month that you're putting away for your moving expenses. And then I told you that if you get paid every week, you're going to take out $50. You're going to take out $50 and just throw it in your emergency account. So that's $200 a month altogether, right? So that's $600 along with you in your savings. You got $400 a month in your moving, and you have $200 a month in your emergency. Now, people, your emergency fund is forever. You're going to be saving money permanently in your emergency. Meaning, even when you reach your goal for your moving expenses, when you get that $1,000, you're going to still be putting money in your emergency. Your emergency may definitely outweigh your savings account. Your savings goal account is going to always outweigh that because it's for an emergency and you're not more than likely touching that unless it's an emergency. Thank God that we don't have these emergencies. That's why you got to have God in your life when it comes to this. You got to have God in your life. So your emergency fund is going to be stacking. Now, by example, let's just say for me, when it comes to my emergency fund, let's just say by example, I put $100 away a month. Well, why you telling me to put away? I said by example. You put away whatever and how, whatever, but long as you're putting it away. Let's just say by example, I put away $100 a month alone for my emergency. You could do that too. I'm just teaching by example, people. I put away $100 in my emergency a month. Within that month, after I put away $100 in my resource / emergency, if things is blissful and I might have a bonus or I got a little extra money, I got a little extra dollars, things are smooth, I'm good, I may decide to put $50 in my emergency. I may decide to throw a little extra in there. Now, I don't go under 50. If I decide to put more or extra money in my resource / emergency, I put $50 or more in there by choice. If I feel that I want to do that, this is not something that you need to do. This is by choice because you're blessed. You're content. So if you have extra, put that little boundary amount that you will put extra in there a month. Like I said, this is about an emergency. Maybe I should have just told y'all to put $100 a month in your emergency instead of just putting $50 every pay period. You know what I'm saying? So, $200, whatever. But, so what I do, if I feel like I want to do a little extra in my resource, I put at least $50 in there. I don't care if it's $70, $75, or $80, but it has to be at least $50. Now, moving on. Now, while all that is going on, while all this is going on, you still got some change left if you think about it. When it comes to paying rent, remember this, people. When it comes to you paying your rent, you may be low on your funds because you're paying your rent, but that's most important. Who cares? Get that out the way. When it comes to paying rent, that time in the rent, you may be a little low on your funds. But so what? You got your rent out the way. You got your rent, plus you're still reaching your goals because you ain't touching that. You're not tempted to touch that for cigarettes and coffee and candy and nonsense, McDonald's and Burger King and stuff like that. So you got to get that out the way. You may be left with about $40 in your pocket for the next 2 weeks, or $20 for the next week or whatever. So what? That's worth paying on. You got the next couple checks coming, so you will be fine. That's why you got your emergency fund. That's why you got your goal that you're setting right there for your savings. Now you have 3 accounts: payday, which is where your main bills at with your rent, and then you have your savings for your goal, and then you have the third account, which is your emergency fund / resources. This is what you're putting in once a month or twice a month, but you never touch that unless it's an emergency. People, your emergency is an emergency. We're not talking about stupidity, things that we want to be called as an emergency. We're talking about real stuff. Huh? We're talking about real emergency. If you know doggone well that you don't need to dip into that, because if you get locked out your house and you need to go pay the locksmith, that's an emergency. $75, go pay that, then yeah, that's an emergency. But oh man, I got to get these shoes. Oh man, I forgot, to get my coffee. I got to go over here and get some coffee at Speedway. That's not an emergency. You just won't have your coffee then. If you won't have no money in your pocket and you talking about you got to go dip, no, because once you start doing it, your money is going to go low. If you start getting that comfortable to dip into your emergency fund for some coffee and cigarettes and stupidity like that, now gas is cool. If you really need gas, which you shouldn't. I'm going to get to that in a minute. You shouldn't be dipping in that even for gas. I'm going to show you how to do that. But once we start going backwards and start dipping in our savings and our emergency when we don't need to do that, when we shouldn't, that's where we're going to mess up at with our goals. Now, you're going to get a 4th savings. Now, people, I'm not going to even talk about having a 4th within your BMO account or whatever, whoever you with, you know what I'm saying? Wells Fargo, Chase Bank, or whoever. What I want to teach y'all is this: how to get a petty cash. A petty cash is where you could probably go to Home Depot, Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, and buy you a little safe. Buy you a little safe or a piggy bank. Buy you a little safe with a key or whatever, and that's going to be your petty cash. Petty cash is when you have some change left over. Huh? After paying your rent, after putting money away for your savings goal, and after saving for your emergency fund, and you have some change left over, like maybe $10, $20, or $15. If you, let's just say after all that taken care of for the month, and you may have like maybe $30 in your pocket, take maybe $5 and put into your petty cash. Every time you get paid, you're going to put some change or a few dollars in your petty cash. Now that you can put anything you want in your petty cash. You can put a dime in there if you got it. I'm going to put this dime in there. If you got $30, you got like $70 in your pocket to spend. Take $30 and throw it in there. Now, your petty cash is for whatever. Oh, man, I need some coffee. Go to Speedway and get me some coffee. That's what the petty cash is for miscellaneous things. You could go into your petty cash and just go, look, go give me a couple of apples. I need some apples for the house. I ain't got no fruit. I forgot to put that on my shopping list. Go get you an apple at Speedway. Go to Jewel's and get you some bananas or whatever. This is not a necessity, but you just want it. You just want it. But going into your miscellaneous petty cash that's off to the side, up under your bed or in your closet or whatever, your petty cash is going to be for whatever. You could be comfortable going into that to buy coffee, cigarettes. Now, I'm not even promoting people to smoke. I'm not promoting that, but it's people who smoke who need to start saving some money. So what I'm saying is this, people. I'm not judging no one. I'm just trying to help you do this. I'm trying to help people overcome financial burdens. So your petty cash is going to be for miscellaneous things like stuff that you want, that you shouldn't be dipping into your main accounts for. You see what I'm saying? Now, gas. Let's just say you have a car. You need gas in your car. You should be putting gas in your car once a week. Now, if you're driving far, like 40 minutes away every day, then you need to have money in particular for that. You need to have money, like maybe keep it in your payday account in particular for that. This is real talk, people. I'm trying to teach y'all. Now, like I said at the beginning, the percentage that I'm telling you all to save is just by example. You know how much you're getting paid, so you need to go according to what you're getting paid. I'm just talking off, giving an example, people. Now, if you need gas in your car and you're going all these miles and all that, then you need to just put an extra $100 away and keep that in your account or whatever. And that varies. I can't tell you on particular how much to save for that. Now, for instance, people like me or whatever, if you just going 10 minutes away every day, there's no reason for you to be overspending on gas unless you're just joyriding every day. That's irresponsible. I mean, if you're just blowing off gas because you just want to go to Felicia house and then go to Junebug house and then go over Roger house and then go shopping and then go around. You're doing this every day when you don't even really need to, then you have to do what you need to do. If you're this person who's doing all this extraness in life, then you need to back up your extraness. If you're a person who's responsible and you know you can't back up this extraness that you're causing in your life, then don't do it. Huh? If you are a person like me who just go to work, go to the store, and come back every day, then there's no reason why you need all this money for gas in your car. There's no reason. Now, example, if you are a person who fill up once a week, that's cool. That's cool if you just fill up once a week. That's cool. Me, let me tell y'all something. I fill up every 2 weeks. I may fill up every week if it's necessarily during the winter because I'm burning gas by warming my car up. You know what I'm saying? Every time I get in my car, I have to warm up. But for the most, maybe a week and a half or so like that, every 2 weeks, I'm putting gas in my car. Now, let me tell y'all how to do that. Now, when it comes to me putting gas in my car, for the most, I'm going 10 minutes to 15 minutes away every day. And if I go further, that's maybe once a week I may go farther. And that's a day before Sabbath or Sabbath Eve. Now, let me tell y'all something. When it comes to gas, I teach this a lot. It's been taught to me and it has been working ever since I was wise enough to use this blessing example. When you have gas in your car, fill it up. Fill it up. I don't care if it's winter, summer, fall, spring, whatever. Fill it up. Huh? Fill it all the way up on full. When you're driving and it hits half, fill it up again. Fill it up. Keep your car on full, people. I don't care who you are, where you are. Keep it on full. When your gas get on half, look at that as if it's on E. I teach it all the time. When I tell people to fill it up, they get scared. Fill it up. You know how much that costs? Exactly. Exactly. First of all, why wouldn't you want your car on full? You let the prices of gas scare you where you want to mess your car up? get the exhaust fumes, get the exhaust pipe messed up because you're afraid to spend the money that you need for your car to fill it up. You're afraid of the price, so you let the price dictate your lifestyle. Now, I'm finna get you out of that mode. Okay, for those who are scared of the prices of gas, fill it up one time. Fill it up one time. What's that? $40, $30. Depends on what you're driving. Me, my car may, if it's on E and I need to fill all the way up, $30. $30. Let's just say $30. Depending on the prices though. It depends on the price. It may take more. But see, I don't have that problem no more for the most. So you fill it up that one time. Don't give them that $40 for that one time. It's going to be the last time you do it. Now, when you fill it up, every time it go on half, look at that as E and fill it back up. Now, are you spending $40 just to fill it back up when it's on half? No, you're not. You're spending half of that. If that, you're going to spend $20 or $25 just to fill it back up when it get on half. Huh? Now, if you just a cheap person and you don't want to do that, I can't teach you no further than what I can teach you now. That's on you. People with all this extraness within their lifestyle is their problem, not mine, and it's not going to be yours. For those who are willing to be wise and pay attention and turn their whole life into something new and better for them, then this is for you. Now, after that, people, this is what I also do with this gas. Now, like I told y'all, I don't do this all the time with that $40. No, I'm not doing that. But, you know, it may come a time where, like, within that year, I flush it. I flush it out because I'm doing this all year round. I'm constantly filling up when it's on E. So I may treat myself to a flush, meaning that I would take the rest of that gas and just drive it all the way out until it get on E, just to flush the rest of that gas out because I'm actually riding on this gas that's still kind of left in my car for a whole year. Because every time it's on E, I fill it back up. So I treat myself to a flush. I just go on and pick a day or time and just ride it all the way out till it get real low on E. And then I fill it right back up with new gas. I fill it right back all the way up with new gas. And I do the same thing all year round. When it's on half, I fill it up, half, fill it up, half, fill it up. That 12th or 13th month, I flush it out, fill it back up that one time. And then I fill it up. To see what I'm saying? And that's how you're saving money on gas. Come on, y'all. So, you got your checking account and you named that payday. You got your savings account and you name that moving or whatever your goal is within that year. And then you got your emergency funds, which may outweigh your savings because it's only for that emergency. And then you have your miscellaneous box somewhere, your piggy bank somewhere where you're just throwing away your change, where you can feel comfortable enough to just dip in there and get your coffee, cigarettes, or whatever, or a 6-pack, or buy Sabrina a box of donuts for work or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Or you may want to just, let me go and put a little gas in my car. It's not on my head, but I just want to do a little something so I can feel comfortable. I may take an extra drive somewhere. So I can go and get maybe like $10 to $15 and just throw it in the tank. You see what I'm saying, people? Your miscellaneous for you to feel more comfortable if you just want to grab a something, you know, not the rest of your accounts. So, people, even with that, even with all that, you still may have a few dollars in your pocket. When you get paid, take out maybe $20 or $40 cash. Now, we're not talking about the money that's left over. The money that's left over, you're going to throw that in the miscellaneous. But on purpose, when you get paid, take out maybe $20 to $40 in cash and just put that in your pocket. Put that in your pocket so you can have some at your fingertips. Now, that could be miscellaneous, but it's just something extra in your pocket. It's just something extra in your pocket. Your miscellaneous, whatever, you're just tossing that. That's just whatever. So you got your miscellaneous that you're saving that's rising because you're not thinking about it, but you know it's there. You got your emergency fund that you're seeing stack, because you know that you can't touch that unless it's an emergency. God has blessed you with the content and the discipline to not touch that, because that's, if you touch it, then you're gonna hurt yourself mentally and financially. And then you got your savings goal, because you're trying to go to that Tom Joyner cruise, or you're trying to move, you're trying to get that going. You're gonna need that, so you're definitely not touching that savings. And then payday is for the realness with your rent, or your gas that you're going to be needing every week or every 2 weeks. That's your bills or whatever, Netflix or whatever you paying on, your insurance and stuff like that. That's the money that you're going to leave in your check and your payday. So there we go, people. And yes, with all this, even if you're not getting a lot of money yet, you still have to weigh out your options on how much you need to pour out of payday and put in these accounts. I don't care if you're getting a $300 check every week. You still could do this. You just need to weigh out how much you going to need to put away. My rent is such and such, so I'm gonna need that. But the other check that I get, then I can put that amount in there. I could put that amount. I could put that amount on there. I give as an example. If you are working somewhere and you're getting paid $300 every 2 weeks, and that's all you're getting, you shouldn't be somewhere paying rent more than what you're getting paid. That's just what I'm saying. You're getting paid $600 a month and your rent is $400. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe that's just something that you feel you have to do until you get a second job. Me, I work 2 jobs. I work 2 jobs because I choose to work 2 jobs. Do I really have to work 2 jobs? No. But this what makes me feel content and happy financially. This what I like to do things. I like to treat myself, and I like to go places, and that's what I'm capable of doing. Not only that, but I'm called to serve a purpose at these jobs. So God has given me more of a reason to want to work these 2 jobs. See what I'm saying? When God give you that purpose to serve for him, he's going to make you where you're going to have to be there, and it's just deep. But people, now see, with all that, you're not going to have to borrow no money. You're going to have your own money. Not only that, but with these accounts, at least 3 of them, well, at least 2 of them, I say, you're going to be getting a little interest. Don't give us a penny, 2 cents, a quarter, but you're going to be gaining interest with saving. See, you're not borrowing, you're not charging, you're not crediting, you're not getting extra interest in using credit cards, and you're not robbing Peter to pay Paul. You're not loan sharking no one. You're not greedy. You're not doing none of that. You're doing what you're doing by the gift of God, allowing you to financially just have this financial security about yourself. You see what I'm saying? When it comes to a point where somebody may need your help financially, you can dip into your emergency funds to help someone who need help. Huh? Your emergency fund could be to help someone pay their rent after it's been stacked. Like I said, your emergency fund is going to overstack everything, because that's what it's for. For the most, you're not going to need to spend that unless it's an emergency. And we're going to pray that we're not going to need that anytime soon. Hallelujah. So, people, I hope that I help someone, and I hope that, that this can be overall for the majority, because like I said, this is more content. This is more of a content way than getting credit cards and then sitting around here playing like you're a bank, loaning and charging people interest, which is a sin. Charging people interest to be greedy for yourself and watch your money grow off of somebody else who might not even can't even afford to give you interest. You see what I'm saying? We're not doing it to each other. Everything I just taught you is conscious free, and God is involved. And you can sleep at night, and you got your little change put up. You're reaching your goal. You got your emergency, and you're comfortable enough to have at least a miscellaneous account. a piggy bank where you can be like, y'all, I can just go in there and just get it if I want to. And with all that's happening, overall, guess what? Overall, you're not going to be too quick to touch none of that because it's working. You see it working. You be like, wait a minute, hold on. This is working. My bills is paid. I'm reaching my goal. Wait a minute, hold on. I have confidence when something happens, I can afford to get it, depending. And everything it's not even a burden. It's not a burden, but it helps to just start right now. Start right now. Get your pen and pad and weigh your options on how to do it, when to do it. Calculate some things. Calculate your payday. Not only that, before I clicked off, guess what else? You're going to be ambition to take your butt to work. You're going to be more ambition to go to work with all enthusiasm, do the best that you can. Humble yourself, do what you got to do. No more call-offs for the most. If you have to take a break, you got to do what you got to do, especially if you got 2 jobs. But what I'm saying, people, you're going to take everything serious from this point on. Because guess what? If you don't, then everything is going to crumble. That's what perseverance come in at. That's why you need God in your life. When God is involved, he's going to give you that strength, that courage, and that ambition. And you're going to be working diligently. No matter who talking crap and disrespecting you at work, who's overworking you and none of that. What you're going to be thinking about is your goals. You're going to be thinking about what you got to pay, what you're trying to accomplish, and you're going to squeeze all that out. You're going to go to your car. You're going to boo-hoo to God, and God is going to control it. You got the faith and know that he's going to control the situation. You're going to go right back in there and do what you got to do and swipe out and go home, and you're still growing financially. That's what we're doing today, people. That's the only way that we are going to grow financially. Shalom.